Super Easy Drawings.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Super Easy Drawings channel.
Today we are going to draw and color Bluey and her friends.
Let's start drawing.
To start, I'm going to draw Bluey. I start with her eyes. Then I draw her nose like this. And her smiling mouth. And her eyebrows. I also draw the shape of her head. Then I draw her ears in a triangle shape. She seems very happy and excited. Now we continue with her body. I draw her arms. Then I draw her legs. And her tail. Finally, I draw her patches around her body. Great! Now let's draw next to her, Indy. I start with her eyes. Then I draw her nose like this. And her smiling mouth. And her eyebrows. I also draw the shape of her head. Now I continue with her body. I draw her arms. Then I draw her legs. And her tail. Let's continue with Chloe. I start with her eyes. Then I draw her nose like this, and her smiling mouth, and her eyebrows. I also draw the shape of her head. Now we continue with her body. I draw her arms. Then I draw her legs. Chloe is a Dalmatian dog. She has black and white fur. She is energetic and loves to play with Bluey and her friends at school. Now let's draw Lucky. I start with his eyes. Then I draw his nose like this, and his smiling mouth, and his eyebrows. I also draw the shape of his head. He is a Labrador. He has a backpack on his back. Now we continue with his body. I draw his arms. Then I draw his legs. And I draw a ball in his hand. And his tail. Now let's draw the lovely Honey. I start with her eyes. She is a beagle, and she wears glasses. Then I draw her nose like this, and her smiling mouth, and her eyebrows. I also draw the shape of her head. Now we continue with her body. I draw her arms, then I draw her legs, and her tail. Last but not least, let's draw Bingo! I start with her eyes, then I draw her nose like this, and her smiling mouth, and her eyebrows. I also draw the shape of her head, then I draw her ears. Now we continue with her body. She is holding her arms like this. Then I draw her legs. Finally, I draw her patches around her body and her tail. And finally, some clouds. Now I draw a rainbow on the clouds behind them. Amazing!
Now I'm going to use this black marker to make this beautiful drawing more visible. Let's start coloring.
First, I color Bluey. To start, I'm going to use cream around her nose. And also on her inner ears. For her mouth, I use 2 different shades of red. Then I use dark blue around her eyes, for her ears and patches. Finally, on the tip of her tail too. Then I use this blue marker. Finally, I use this light blue marker for her hair and also for her belly and her legs. Bravo! Now let's color Indy. I use cream first. Then I colored the rest of her fur with this brown marker. Of course, I use dark brown for her vest. And I add a little yellow and green for the details. I leave Honey as is since she is black and white dog. Now let's color Lucky. I color his eyebrows in cream. Then I use yellow for his skin. Dark brown. For his backpack, I use dark blue and yellow. Then I use this marker for his ball. Now let's color Honey. I start with light brown. Then I use dark brown. Finally, I use this marker for the rest. And I add a little aqua blue for his glasses. Finally, let's color Bingo. I use this light cream color at first. Then I use this brown marker around her eyes and also for her ears. Dark brown, red. Finally, I use this light brown marker for the rest of her fur. Ta-da! Now let's color the rainbow. I start with the color red here, like this. Then I use orange. Yellow. Then light green. Light blue. And finally, I use blue for the clouds. How nice!
If you like this video, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.